Hi everyone, my name is Parul and this is my dad and my great-grandfather, and today we're going to be discussing the topic of opening your third eye, but actually the difference between going from your third eye and going into your heart center from there. So it's a pretty vast topic. If this is something that interests you, it'll be really interesting for you to hear that perspective from a very spiritual family, and I'm going to kick it off to my dad now.
So yeah, it's a deep question. I actually, this has been described in multiple contexts. Guru Maharaj has written several books, mostly in Hindi, and he does say that, if your goal was enlightenment, or he used to refer it as ocean of peace. So if you want to get to the ocean of peace, there are milestones for that path, or and there are 5-step process that thousands of years ago in Upanishads described it. So I have this pyramid which has 5 steps: realm of the world, realm of life, realm of the mind, realm of knowledge, and realm of love. So these 5 steps have to be crossed to get to that ocean of peace. Now the 4th realm, which is when you actually have controlled your mind through meditation, which Guru Maharaj prescribed a very unique and in relatively speaking, rather simple process. So when you cross the realm of mind through meditation, you get into the 4th realm, which is realm of knowledge. That is where your third eye opens. So what does that mean? So you have 2 physical eyes, but there is the intellect, or the third eye, that opens up and gives you clarity that you never had before. Like opening the third eye depicts the enablement of dormant intellectual capabilities within your brain. So, we as humans have very deep mental powers, but we normally don't use them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. So where does being psychic or, Reiki and all these topics that people love so much, and I've also loved them myself, but where do they land? Are they even in that 4th realm, or what is really opening the third eye? Are they connected? Are they unconnected?
So opening the third eye is almost your ability to grasp and perceive extremely deep and very complex subjects through means that were not available to you earlier. So this 5-step process to the ocean of peace, as I was describing, is a spiritual journey. In this spiritual journey, through enabling your spiritual capabilities, you get more and more intuitive as you grow. You open up your inner voice. So a lot of what we call psychic capabilities is the ability to, let's say, see the future, or the ability to perceive things and read things that normal humans cannot. How would that happen? You will have to open up your intellectual capabilities that a lot of us do have, but we haven't enabled them. So it's like a switch, but that getting to that switch, knowing where that switch is and putting that on, is like if I was in a dark room and if I put the switch on, the light comes on, I see a lot of things that I wasn't able to see before. That I call the third eye. that I call the psychic powers, that I call the mental powers. But a word of caution, Guru Maharaj, who enlightened himself, described the third eye and certain things beyond that, said that it's like you have lots of capabilities that you can acquire, but it's like investment into your bank account. If you start spending it, which is like you start using some of those capabilities early on, then you are dissipating that energy. Instead, if you invest into your spiritual journey, you will go all the way to the ocean of peace, to the state of enlightenment. So if you get stuck in the third or the fourth or the fifth realm in your journey, so you are still in the journey. So yes, it's a higher capability. Yes, we should all have that, but a lot of people don't need to demonstrate that because they want to continue the journey and want to go to where the real everlasting peace is, which should be the goal of all of us, right?
Agreed.
Sure.
Wow. So if we start spending, but let's say, we started telling people like,
that what
their
your
future or something,
is,
I don't know, yeah, like
I
something
mean, you
like that.
can read people's mind, for example.
Yeah.
Right?
And so let's say you start spending, but then you get to a place where you realize like you want to stop, and then you start it again.
So the thing is that, say, if you continue your meditative practices, the meditative practices that Guru Maharaj learned from his guru, the other Guru Maharaj, Lalaji Maharaj, he took him all the way. And what he realized was that one of the things you don't want to do is get stuck in a place where you are demonstrating your capabilities, and that's an outward activity.
Mm-hmm.
This journey is inwards. Peace is inside. So let's continue the journey till you get to the ocean of peace, right? So it's, I mean, if you have acquired some capabilities, if there is a dire need, use it. But if you, start using it to show that it's like a demonstration of, like worldly people do. You demonstrate that, oh, I have a nice shiny car,
mm-hmm.
right? It's very similar.
Yeah.
Right? So that doesn't really, it distracts you from your journey, I think.
Okay. I love that. So I think that was a good explanation of, your third eye opening and how you can use it to your own advantage. And keep working on the inner world instead of the outer world, which is so important right now. I think, especially with like spiritual entrepreneurs and all this stuff flourishing, it's nice to see, but it's also like not the basis of that real like spirituality of ascending into like liberation, right?
See, we are not here to sell peace. We are here to be at peace.
Yeah.
And if you are in that land, you become infectiously peaceful. What that means is everybody who comes in contact without buying anything becomes peaceful. So it's a different approach.
Yeah. All right, I love that. So I hope that was helpful. That is everything around opening your third eye and your abilities, but also making sure that you're not getting distracted. So hope you guys got something out of that. And I think that's a good place to end here.
Sure thing.
All right, bye.